I'm Cheryl, I'm the Marketing and Conversion Officer here at Abertay University, and we are live today from the Clearing Fair. Now there are a couple of ways that you can apply to us through clearing. You can call our clearing number and you can talk to our friendly recruitment staff on the phone who'll be able to answer all your questions and guide you through the application process. Alternatively, you can apply online. We have an online application form. So if you fill that in, upload all of your qualifications, you will get a reply from us within 24 hours. Now, let's say we're here today for the Clearing Fair. We'll be here from 11 till 3, but we thought we would come on live and answer any questions that you have and just give you a bit more information about clearing and the courses that we have available here. Now, I'm joined by two special guests today. We have Andrea Cameron from SHS and Rebecca Wade from SET, and they're both going to talk to us today about the programmes in their schools and just give you a bit more information. So, Andrea, we've got a couple of questions here. First one is, what makes your degree programme stand out?
For me, there's a number of things. In terms of the programme specifically, one of the things we've quite clearly focused on is making them very, very applied so that they translate to the real world. So where possible, we've tried to embed placement activity. We've got a number of exciting internships, particularly in the sport area, with a number of high-profile clubs, and they're really, really exciting because they're very new things that we've just started. And so we're very keen that our students, when they graduate, they've got skills that make them industry ready if that's where they want to go, but also just that they've got life skills. And one of the things that from the whole breadth of our programmes, I would say that students get the opportunity to engage in things just beyond the curriculum. So our staff are very research active, so they're at the cutting edge of new knowledge, and students get the opportunity to not just be subjects within those research projects, but also to support the staff doing that. And that can be really, really exciting. So I think the students, there's opportunities for them to have a fantastic experience, and that's not just always about the programme. I think there's lots of opportunities outside the programmes to either join teams, join societies, engage in a whole plethora of kind of things. And Dundee's just a really good city to be in at the moment. There's a lot of exciting developments.
Fantastic, thank you very much for that. Rebecca, would you like to answer the same question? What makes your degree programme stand out?
Thanks, Cheryl. Yes, so I was delighted to be invited earlier today to talk about programmes across the School of Science, Engineering and Technology. And one of the points that I made earlier was about the professional accreditation that we've got on programmes and the placement opportunities and getting work experience. So to fully endorse what Andrea was saying, I think it's something that we do across Abertay as a university that makes us stand out. But one of the reasons I'm back this afternoon was to talk a little bit more about the Environmental Science and Technology programme. After the Facebook Live this morning, we had a number of phone calls and inquiries about the programme. Yeah, yes. And I was delighted to hear that, and people are getting quite excited about it, but they perhaps hadn't heard about it previously. So it's a new programme, we're going into its third year now. I'm really excited about it because every day we hear in the news about global warming, about environmental tipping points, about problems to do with flood and drought and infestation and biological disease, all sorts of things. And we feel that the Environmental Science and Technology programme is absolutely coming along at the right moment. So it's a programme that gives students the opportunity to learn all about the wider environmental issues, about appropriate technologies that can be applied, but also to learn about science in terms of laboratory studies of biology and chemistry, all the way through to doing field work, field monitoring, understanding about the land and water environment and the marine environment as well. So we think that these students will be ideally placed to go into environmental and engineering consultancies, environment protection and regulation bodies, national and local government. And even today, I've been in contact with one of our students who's just finished her second year, and she's already doing a paid work placement with an engineering consultancy this summer and getting fantastic experience, hands-on experience during the summer. And she's only at the end of her second year of 4 years. So these are really good news stories about how our students are not just getting those great external experiences, but they're getting relevant education and they're being desired by the workplace out there. So it's just a really exciting thing to let people know about, and and to let you know that we've got places in clearing for the Environmental Science and Technology programme. So if anybody's interested, I'm really happy to answer questions, and the recruitment team and the admissions team can help everybody with their qualifications if they're interested in applying through clearing.
That's fantastic, thank you. We've got another question came in now. So Andrea, you okay to answer this one?
Yeah.
What opportunities will students experience while here?
While here, obviously the programme kind of is the pivotal part of this, that is the modules and the knowledge that they'll get. But as I said to earlier, we try and get as much practical activity into that sort of as possible. Now that will be in a variety of formats depending obviously on the programme that you're on. So we do mental health nursing, that practical activity is out there in clinical placement, but we also do simulated things within our ward. We have a sort of mock ward environment, so we do simulation. We also do interpersonal skills training with individuals, and that also maps into the counselling programmes that we do as well. In terms of many of the others, whilst we try to embed placement where possible, it can be more difficult in some subject areas to do all of that. So we always make sure that we're bringing people in from industry who speak about what they do. We've done some great work in psychology with the police, particularly on some cold case sort of work that has come. One most recently was from the Norfolk Police, where again they were trying, it was a missing person, but it was kind of from 2 decades ago. And so it's those kind of things that again can really make the curriculum quite exciting, because people are doing something which is very practical, and also in something like that can give closure to a family, and so you're actually doing something which is worthwhile as well. And so we try, we have very good contacts with our local community. That's one of the things I would say, is that Abertay is a very friendly institution in itself, and we're, students always talk about the personal touch that they get. But one of the things, we're also very loved dearly by our local community, and we have a lot of community engagement, so that can impact on the programme. But we also encourage our students to volunteer, and we signpost volunteering opportunities to students, and that can be beyond their curriculum to give them a wider skill set, but it can also be relevant to their curriculum. So Rebecca's talked obviously about the student who's out there on placement in their work experience in the summer. So again, we'll signpost those activities to students. Some of them might start as volunteering but might end up as paid work. So alongside their degree studies, they're also getting very relevant industry experience. They might be earning some money, which helps obviously as well. But it also means that they come out in a very good position. And we've got some brilliant alumni, and I would encourage people to have a look at the alumni profiles that are on our web pages, because some of them tell some fantastic narratives about what people have got, what they're now doing as a consequence of their Abertay degree in the field of social and health sciences, but also what else they got from being at Abertay, the friendships that they've created, the longevity. We've had several marriages as well, so not that we're a dating agency, but it's those kind of things that it's more than just coming to study that you get. And I think we do a lot to kind of encourage students to do not just the degree, but immerse themselves in more than that.
Yeah, take on the whole experience.
Yeah, exactly, that's it.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Rebecca, would you like to talk about the experiences that the students might encounter on the Environmental Science and Technology course?
Absolutely. I mean, the course is a new course, and that makes it really exciting. So we've got a lot of our experience over many years, decades. In the case of some of us, we've got that research experience, and we've got that contracting consultants experience that we bring into the classroom, which means even though it's a new degree programme, they're getting the students that are on the programme are getting the benefit of a wealth of career experience of the people who are teaching them. And the great thing about the programme, I think, is that it's multidisciplinary, so they really can get that more rounded understanding, and I think that's what really attracts employers to our students when they leave, is that they can understand the bigger picture and the complexity of issues that they're having to deal with, and the importance of working together with experts that have different knowledge and different skill sets in order to be a team, to deliver a solution to a complex problem. So the example of the summer placement is an ideal one in terms of extra experience. Also have another student on the Environmental Science and Technology programme working with me as a research volunteer this summer. So Lewis has chosen to work with me on the river restoration and river engineering project that I've been researching for 6 years. And he's interested to know how the river restoration project is improving or helping the ecology and wildlife. So it's great because at the end of his second year, he's working on a live research project with a researcher, understanding how the stakeholders in the community are engaging with that project and how it's benefiting nature and wildlife. And other students that have worked with me on that project and worked with colleagues on other projects have found that it's those extra experiences that give them the edge in the interview. So it's those things that sort of get them just to have their head above the parapet, just to have that wee bit of an extra edge when it comes to being competitive for a job. So those are just a couple of examples. There's lots of colleagues who do all sorts of different projects. It could be in relation to marine microplastics, or it could be persistent organic pollutants, or it could be something to do with microbiological interactions, or it could be river restoration. But that's what's so exciting about environmental science and technology. I think that it's a broad subject, but we still give you the capacity to specialise when you're here, and we help to direct you towards the thing that you're really passionate about when you're studying. So I think I just would agree with Andrea. It's those little extra opportunities and that feeling of community, knowing your lecturers by name and your lecturers knowing you by name. And I think that makes a difference.
Yeah, I would totally agree with that. I'm a graduate of Abertay University, and I could totally agree that you're not just a number here, you're not just a face. You do get to know your lecturers on a personal level, and they are fantastic. If it wasn't for my lecturers and the programme here, I wouldn't be working here. I wouldn't have a job right now. So yeah, I could totally back up what you're saying there. And thank you both very much for giving us information about the courses there. If you want any more information about the courses that Rebecca or Andrea were talking about, you can go on to abertay.ac.uk, and we've got plenty of information on there about the courses. And again, you can apply online to come and join us through clearing. Great, thank you very much.
Thank you.